my name is Isvena, and I want to welcome you to our session today, which will focus on SuccessFactors Recruiting Marketing and how you can enhance your career site. So with just a simple tool, which we'll explore in the session, you can really get control over your career site and apply that marketing approach to your recruiting efforts. So in this session, our lead consultant, Rahul, will tell you more about it, and he will also walk you through the demonstration in the system as well. So do stick with us until the end to ask questions. We'll make sure that we do answer all of the questions. Feel free to drop them in the Q&A box, even in the chat box, if that's easier for you. So let's get started. Rahul, over to you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our webinar on recruiting marketing. Today's topic, as you can see on the screen, is basically applying the marketing approach to the recruiting career site, right? I am Rahul Prasad, lead consultant and recruiting solution architect at Talenteed. Yeah. So let's start with it. So basically, I have prepared a few slides for us to start the session, right? Where we are basically going to discuss about the recruiting marketing, a small introduction about recruiting marketing, what it can do for you. That is, the next slide will be basically career site builder. Like obviously within the career recruiting marketing module, we have a particular tool using which you can build the career sites, right, for your company. And that is career site builder tool. So we will see what different options we have over there and what it can do for you. Then we will jump into a small demo about how basically you can do small customizations or different customizations using this career site builder tool, in short CSB, right? And towards the end of the session, we will have our question and answer round where you can ask me questions and I'll be able to help you with those answers. Yeah. Now let's start with it. Yeah. Let me increase the screen size a bit. Okay. Now, before we go into today's discussion, basically, a lot of customers ask me, or let me ask you, why recruiting marketing? And a lot of customers have also asked me, why recruiting marketing? When we already have a career site, we already have a particular page where we can market our jobs, we can market our content, we can market different events that we are basically planning in our company, then why do we use recruiting marketing? And such a question was asked to me a few days back. So this is a short story that basically I'm going to tell you, which will basically answer why recruiting marketing as well. So a few days back, basically I was working with a customer and they mentioned that we have a career site which has almost everything that we need into our career site. It has details about what our divisions are, departments are, what we do into those departments, what our culture is, rewards, benefits, everything. So they said, like, we have almost everything. All we need is you to integrate our ATS, which is recruiting management, with that career site, and that's all, right? Because we already have a career site. And then I requested that if you can show me that particular career site, because I would like to experience it as a candidate myself. Yeah. Then they showed me that particular career site, and basically they were right. It did have almost everything that a candidate would look for, but it had so much information that the website to me looked cluttered. Yeah. Then I requested that if I can basically, play around with this particular website. I took the control. First thing, I was looking for benefits, and I saw a lot of sections, and I scrolled left, right, up, down. Towards the bottom, after spending some 1 or 2 minutes, I found there is a small link for benefits. Fine, I went into the benefits. Again, a lot of details about benefits, but no summary about benefits. Like if I join as a candidate, what are the benefits that I'm going to get? So a lot of information was there, which basically I kept reading through, and towards the end I felt like, oh, this is too much information. Then I thought, like, okay, let me go and look for jobs, because as a candidate, either I'll be looking for more information in the company or I'll be looking for a job, right? These are the two things why we land on a particular website, right? Or a career site, right? So I said, like, okay, let me look for a job. And after 3 or 4 or 5 clicks, I basically find out the page where all the jobs were listed. Then I said, okay, let me search for the job of my choice. I was looking for a developer role. I looked for a manager role. I used keyword search. I used location search and all different kind of searches. But what I saw that the search wasn't accurate. It wasn't giving the right results. I'm looking for a developer, but in the list, I also saw jobs related to manager position, jobs related to, other tester positions, right? Which are not relevant to me while I'm looking for a job. That means that particular, search wasn't working properly. Yeah. That is when I basically mentioned it to the customer that, you see what, now this is why you need recruiting marketing. Okay. Now the answer, why do we need recruiting marketing, is in the next page, this particular one. Yeah. So as I said, a recruiting marketing basically is a SAP success factor module, which basically helps or provides a customer with a solution to find, engage, and track the best talent for their open positions. Yeah, in a summary. Okay. Otherwise, it does much more. Now you can see some of the advantages that are listed over here. Now there are many more advantages, but the major ones I've just listed over here. First one is a simple job search option. Yeah. First one is it will be a very simple website where you can find, the candidates can find the relevant information that they are looking for into different sections, very neatly classified, right? And also they have a simple job search option. Let me show you one of the examples of what the search option looks like. So this is one of the recruiting marketing career site builder powered career site, as you can see over here. And as you can see, it's very simple. The candidates can search by keyword, the candidate can search by location, and if they want to filter more into deep, right, of the job searches, then they have other options as well, where they can utilize other options. And after doing that, if they click on search jobs, it does provide them near accurate results that they're looking for. Yeah. So this is where we are talking about the simple job search options. Second one is responsive design, mobile friendly. Now in today's world, basically we are moving a lot. Yeah, it's not the older times when we used to look at the desktop, sit there, search for jobs, whenever we are free. But now what is happening? We are working in office, we are coming home, we're going to the gym, we are always on the run. Our lives have become very fast, right? So what do we need? We always have a mobile with us. We always have a tablet with us, right? So most of the time, in the back of our head, it keeps on going that, oh, I'm not happy with my job. I'm not happy with my boss. Or maybe I need a change. I've been working in this company for long. I want to look for a different domain altogether, right? That is when we always have a mobile. And all we need is basically, search jobs on the mobile, right? If we do not have websites that are mobile friendly, candidates wouldn't like it. But if you have a website which is mobile friendly, you have listed on all the jobs, it's very simple. The job search, as I said, it's very simple. Most of the candidates would like to go for such websites, right, where the usability is more, right? So this particular website, which is built using recruiting marketing career site builder, is basically mobile friendly. Let me show you a quick demo of that. Yeah. So as you can see, I'll just take this tab out, right? Now keep looking at the content over here, as you can see. So we have the header over here, we have different menu items, right? Now what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to adjust the size of the screen. So what does it mean by responsive design? That's what I'm going to show you. So as you can see, as I shifted the size of the screen, now it is kind of a tablet size, right? You can see that the menu has adjusted accordingly, right? And you can also see that search by keyword and location, which was coming horizontally, now it is showing vertically, right? And you can see the different components of the website have aligned accordingly, right? According to the size of the screen, right? So this is basically the responsive design that we are talking about, right? And it is also mobile friendly, right? So recruiting marketing websites are also mobile friendly, right? So another approach basically while you are marketing your jobs is that you need to make sure your job search is easy, your website is simple, easy to use. Second one is that it has to be mobile friendly, which basically the recruiting marketing system is giving to you, right? Third thing is basically search engine optimization. Now, when we look for jobs, mostly what we do, who is our help? We go to Google, we go to Bing, right? And that is where we go and search for jobs. Now, let me show you an example. Yeah, I have searched for manager jobs in SAP Dubai, right? So mostly the candidates search the job title that they're looking for, the company where they would like to work, and the location, right? So when we do this, you can see that we have a lot of options where we have certain job boards as well coming up. But if you are using a recruiting marketing system where a career site is built using the career site builder tool, you can see that your website, this particular one, is also coming in the top 10 results, right? So how does it help? How does it help as a company to you, right? Basically, if your website is coming in the top 10, you have more chances of getting the clicks from the candidates, and more number of candidates coming to your website, more number of visitors mean that if your website is built really well and it's very neat and clean and easy to use, you will have more number of applicants. And if you have more number of applicants, then you have potentially you are good enough to find a good potential candidate for your job, right? So that's what it means. So search engine optimization comes along with this particular tool, right? And it's good that more and more candidates will land up into your career site. Yeah. Moving on to the next one, advanced analytics. Obviously, with the use of recruiting marketing, you get access to a lot of analytics, right? Right from the number of visitors, number of applicants, visitor to applicant conversion, like how many people visited, out of them how many applied, and out of those who applied how many actually got hired, right? So all this kind of in detail analytics is captured, right, on the fly, real time. Yeah. So that is where this particular analytics also becomes useful to you when you want to gauge, the performance of your particular website or your ATS, like the applicant tracking system, which would be recruiting management, right? So it becomes really easy. Another thing that you can gauge using this advanced analytics is basically, if at all you are using job boards, you are paying a lot of money to those job boards, for marketing the jobs and bringing candidates to your system. So this particular advanced analytics will give you, kind of data that which job board is bringing more number of candidates to your system. Yeah. So in short, basically, I'm paying, let's say, 500 pounds to a particular job board X. I'm paying 500 pounds to a particular job board Y, right? I'm paying equal amount of money, investing equal amount of money in both the job boards. But the job board X is giving me more number of candidates. Then obviously, as a business, I can think, and why am I spending so much money in job board Y, which is comparatively giving me very, very, very less candidates to my system, right? So using this analytics, it becomes very easy for you as a business to decide which particular source is bringing more and more candidate to you, and how we can invest more in that particular source, to get more potential candidates. Okay? And lastly, but most importantly, we are going to talk about the career site builder tool, right? So this is the tool basically which is giving you the freedom, or you're giving your admins the freedom to build their own career site. Yeah. And this is the next slide that we are going into, where we will discuss more about career site builder tool. Yeah. Now this one. Okay. Now, career site builder, as we said, this particular tool will allow anyone to build a responsive career site. When I say anyone, it is actually anyone. You don't need to be a certified web developer or a coder, who builds the web pages to be able to use this tool, or be able to, create a responsive career site. All you need to know is basically how this tool works, a kind of small training on this particular career site builder tool, and you are ready to go. You are literally ready to go. You can just go ahead, create pages, put contents inside those pages, publish, done. Your website is ready. Okay? Apart from this, this particular career site builder tool also comes with all the features that we were talking previously. Yeah? So this tool, when you build a career site using this particular tool, right, it comes with all the features of recruiting marketing that we discussed previously. Yeah, you can adjust the colors, images, the entire site layout. You can build headers and footers of your own, wish and design, right? You can also create sites with a custom look, right? You can either engage a SuccessFactors professional services like us, like Talentee, or you can basically, keep your own web developer in your company, and you will be able to, customize the look of the website, right? So let me show you what this particular tool looks like. Yeah, just a quick demo to that. Sorry. Let me log in. So this is my demo system, where basically I'll be demonstrating this tool to you. Yeah, manage career site builder. So this is what this tool looks like. You have different tabs, which basically enable you, to customize or build the website the way you need it, right? You have pages inside which you'll see you can create a home page. You can create further pages to provide more information about the company. Appearances, basically, can provide you how can you change the site background color, site links, site buttons, etc. Right? Tools provide you more access to basically, to how to customize further. If you need any further changes to your particular website, you can use the tools, options. Layouts basically gives you an option to, customize the layout of your job descriptions. So any job that you have posted and the description of the job where you have responsibilities, competencies being shown to the candidate, if you would like to adjust the layout, like show the job title bigger, but the description should be in, left aligned, right aligned, something like that, then basically you can use this layouts, job layouts. Settings, any kind of, global settings that applies to your website, like font design, right? Or basically which particular font you would like to use for entire site or within the component. So that can be adjusted over here in settings. Users, now in this particular tab, you will be able to command who can access which of these tabs. Yeah, so this is kind of role-based permission. You can decide that admin users can access the pages, but not any other, any other particular tab. Then you can do that using this particular users tab, right? But today we are concentrating more on these pages, and maybe in our further webinars we will go about each of these tabs later. Yeah. Now, if I go to pages, you can see that we can build a home page. We have content. Content is basically any other page apart from home page, where basically you want to provide more information about your company, like benefits, culture, reward, right? How do we work? What is our application process? So all those pages you can build in content. Category is basically, the job category pages, like finance job, sales job, marketing jobs, right? Let me show you an example for that. So careers, let me go to jobs.udrd.com. This is one of the recruiting marketing customers. And you can see over here, there is a home page, which basically contains the introduction of the company to the candidate, right? Then we have the content pages. These are the content pages where we are providing more information about the company, like diversity, reward, culture, application process, etc. These are the category pages where the jobs are listed within this, right? So if you have risk management job, banking job, finance, legal, early career opportunities or corporate services, all such kind of jobs, there are different, category pages created for it. How does it help a candidate? Candidates, when they click on these job areas, they know that if I click on banking, I'm going to find all the banking related jobs inside. If I click on finance, it will only contain finance related jobs. As a candidate, it makes my life easy. I need not to, scroll through hundreds and hundreds of jobs to find the right match for me. I can just click on these job areas, and if any of these match my needs, I can click on that, and within that I can then search by keyword and location and other filters, right? So this is the category that we were talking about, right? And now finally is the landing. So landing is basically this particular option gives you a freedom to create, the campaign pages. So let's say you have a graduate hiring campaign, right? Which is not going to last long. It is not your permanent part of your career site, right? But for time being, you want to create a campaign for graduate hiring, and you want to publish it everywhere. You want to publish it on your career site. You want a short link to be created for that. You want to send it via messages. You want to send it on the social media and market it over there. So such kind of pages, right? You can use this particular option for landing. You can create those event or campaign pages with beautiful design and the different content as you wish, right? And after that, you can just use the URL of that page. You can market it everywhere, wherever you want the candidates to be coming from. Yeah. So that's where this landing page comes into picture. Yeah. I hope the pages part is clear. Now, what we are going into is basically how the home page is built, right? Like how easy or how hard it is, to basically build a home page for your company, right? Or your career site. Okay. Now, as you can see in this, when I went inside the home page, I clicked on home. Here, I can see that I have an option called add component, right? And when I click on this, I see that there are certain standard components already available in this career site builder tool, using which I can basically, all we have to do is just keep selecting, as per our design in mind or design on the paper, we can just keep selecting the components from here, right? And they will keep stacking, as you can see over here, right? So currently for the demo. As you can see, my first component that I've selected for home page is a video component. Then we have space. Then we have 2-column component, and then we have some space, and then we have another video component, and then again a space, and then we have a subscribe form. Now, this is how it looks inside the tool, right? But if I take you to the website, this is the website that I'm talking about. Yeah, here. First component, a video, as we saw previously. Then we have a 2-column space and then 2-column component, right? Where image is to the left, some description is to the right, then space, and then we have another video component, then space, and we have, the subscribe component where the candidates can just enter their email address and become part of the company, right? So based on the design, the design that you have on the paper, or based on the agreement with the marketing team of the company, you can basically, keep adding components inside this particular career site builder tool using this add component option, right? And then you can basically, keep building on top of it, right? And as you can see, like I've added a component, video component, right? If I click on this, then this particular description page appears where all I have done is basically, just I've taken the YouTube URL of the video that I want to be displayed, right? And I have just put that YouTube video over here, and I've made sure that it's full width centered. Full width centered means it occupies the entire screen and it is in the center. We also have different options, like you can, make it left justified with text or right justified with text. So what is right justified or left justified? The video, let me show you. This is the example of it. So this particular component is the same video component, but it is right justified with text. So video is on the right, text is on the left. Yeah. So this is how easy it is, to just keep adding components based on the design that you have in your mind. Click on those components and basically, keep adding your images or text to that particular component. Yeah. Now you can see over here, this is a 2-column component that we can see here, right? The 2-column component. Here we are, right? Image to the left, text to the right. All we have done is basically just upload a particular image of the right size, right, in this particular component. And then in the details, we have provided the text that needs to be seen just right to that particular picture. So easy, right? Very easy. So this particular tools, all you need to know is just a small training, right? And then you are good to go. Yeah. Now, this basically is about various various standard components that come with the standard career site builder tool, right? Like video, 2-column, 3-column images with caption, text, subscribe form, a large image if you want to just display one big large image on your career site, right? And then you have Google Job Map. The Google Job Map is nothing but this, where all your jobs will be displayed. Let me go here. So this is a Google Job Map. So any area on the globe where your jobs are available, it will be shown using a pinpoint by the location. Yeah. And then candidates can just click on that, zoom in and search for more jobs and look for further jobs into that particular state or into that particular city. Okay. So that's what the Google Job Map does. Yeah. So these are more or less all the standard components that can be built, that can be used into a standard career site builder tool. If you want to read more, obviously there is a website, help.sap.com, where basically you can go look for recruiting marketing related documents, and you can learn more about these components and how they can make your life easier while building a career site. Okay. Now, here comes a scenario, okay, a scenario which I faced recently with one of our customers, Etihad, basically, right? So Etihad team, they were already using the career site builder tool, and they were already using a career site, powered by career site builder tool. As you can see, very simple, very nice, very clear pictures. Then they had the search options, location, right? They had various components where candidates can look for different jobs, right? And subscribe component, etc., etc., and a footer, very nice looking footer, simple one, easy for use to the candidate, right? But recently, Etihad team felt that yes, this website is good and it's simple, it's easy to use, but we also want to make it a bit fancy. We want to make it a little attractive by providing the job feeds from our Twitter or we want to, show a static or dynamic numbers to our candidates using which they can know more about our company, right? Now, when such questions come to customers' mind who are using recruiting marketing today, based on my experience, I have felt that they have a notion that customizations are not possible in the recruiting marketing career site builder tool, right? And I've heard also from a lot of customers that no, we feel that recruiting marketing wouldn't be able to, match our customizations. Obviously, they want to keep the advantages of recruiting marketing, right? But they want it to be customized, right? And be able to have more and more customization and more, flexibility and attractiveness to it, right? So for this, what we did, we basically had a discussion with our APR team. We sat with them and we discussed with them that, okay, you want to go for a hybrid structure where you want to keep somewhere around 60% of the website as standard because you want to keep those benefits or the advantages of recruiting marketing with you, but you also want some kind of customization to be done to that so that, you can include Twitter feeds or any other kind of static or dynamic numbers which keep running into your website, right? So what we did, we basically worked on the career site builder tool with them, right? And then we came up with this particular approach, right? So as you can see, now this is the old career site, which had some kind of similar look, right? But with all the standard components, nothing is customized over here, yeah. And then we discussed and we worked on the career site builder tool. This is not their new website. This is just a POC, proof of concept, that we did with them in order to establish their confidence into this particular career site builder tool, that yes, a lot of customization can be done and it can be definitely built the way you need it. Yeah. And as you can see that now after the customization, the standard components are still in use, but when it comes to customization, as you can see over here, they do have the Twitter feed that they were looking for. Some static numbers are shown over here as of now because they wished these numbers to be static and they would like to keep it changing. They also wish this to be dynamic, and definitely this is also possible. I can confirm that to you. And basically based on the requirement, these numbers can be dynamic. So the moment these numbers change on the background in the ATS system or any other system, the updated numbers can be made visible over here. Yeah. So the dynamic numbers can keep changing. Any kind of animation, third-party widgets, all those things, all those customizations, are possible over here. Now let's look at the footer ones. Yeah. Here, this is just for the demo purpose, so this is not clean yet, but don't worry about that. It will give you an idea of what we are talking about. Now, if you see here, the standard career site builder footer looks something like this. You have the links and you have your social media links over here or the icons over here. And obviously these look a lot bigger, right? So many customers say that, you know what, we would like it to be a bit smaller and adjust it to the middle or to the left. But using the standard career site builder components, this is difficult, right? So how did we achieve it, right? How did we achieve it? Now here you can see we have the links on the top and we have made the icon smaller and also adjusted it to the center. And obviously we have done this using the career site builder tool. So how did we achieve it, right? What is the answer to this? So the answer is, let me go to the tool again. Yeah? And as you can see, there we have video, right? And we have other standard components coming up over here. And when we scroll towards the bottom, you can see a component called custom plugin, right? The same component, if I click on this plus tab, this also shows all the standard components. But here you can see that we also have an option for custom plugins, right? So whenever you require some kind of customizations into your career site, then obviously you can use these custom plugins. All you need to know is basically, when I click on this custom plugin, yeah, you can enter the HTML or JavaScript code over here, which you wish to be seen on your website, right? Let's say we want to build a picture gallery, right? Now, if we look at the standard components, we do not have any standard component, which can meet our requirement of a picture gallery, right? But that is where custom plugin comes to our rescue. Just add that custom plugin, build your code, which will basically, reflect your picture gallery onto your career site, right? Put that code over here, and then you're good to go. Then it starts working for you, right? So using this custom plugin, basically you can build any kind of customized component that you would like to see in your career site. All you need is either, if you have knowledge of HTML, JavaScript really good. Otherwise, if you would need help, then talent team is here to help. Any other professional services are there to help. Or if you have a web developer right in your company, then you can just guide them through this tool and request them to use this custom plugin and prepare your desired career site. Yeah. So these are different kind of marketing approaches which we discussed today. Basically, keep your website simple and easy so the candidates do not get confused. They can find the sections or the jobs or the content that they are looking for very easily, right? That your website should have a simple job search option so that if the candidate has come to your website for looking for jobs, they should be able to find it easily. Otherwise, they are going to go away. They are going to bounce and they will never come back, right? Third thing, your website should have the search engine optimization. Fourth thing, if you are able to build your website on your own, you can change the text or you can change the video or images on your own at any time. What best thing could it be, right? That you are the owner of your own career site and which is very easy to use. And that is where CSV comes in picture, right? And then we also talked about if you need any kind of customizations to your career site where you would like to make it more fancy, but you would like to keep all the advantages of recruiting marketing together, that is where in the career site builder tool you have this custom plugin component using which you can do all the kind of customizations that you are looking for. Yeah. I hope this session has been really helpful to you. I am open for questions. If anybody has any questions, please request you to raise it in the chat or you can ask me those questions. Yeah.